I just taking a quick look at this Power Max. This is the 3600 model. This one's from OSCAL. So let's just see, do they have anything interesting to offer? Yeah, actually they do. How about a 5 millisecond UPS? And so this is obviously really appealing when you combine it with the inverter size. 3000 watts on this is what they're saying. So yeah, you can power, a lot of the big loads in your house. And if the power goes out, it's no problem. And this is actually quite interesting to me as well because we've started to see on some of these larger power stations, some of them now they're offering like two modes, right? They're offering an online and an offline. And the offline ones are usually like 10 to 20 milliseconds, right? So this is interesting, 5 milliseconds. Now the online ones they claim 0 milliseconds, but I don't know. I kind of been looking at some of those tests, and yes, the power doesn't cut out at all, but the sine wave goes like this, right? I don't know. Does that, to me, I don't know. That doesn't sound like a good idea. And since we're talking about the sine wave here, this is one thing I got to say. There's no mention of the actual voltage here. I mean, you can kind of look at this chart, but I mean, usually we like to see them kind of state, yes, 120 volts for sure. You're going to get that. No, they don't even mention 110 volts anywhere in this listing. This is the picture. This is the picture. So, I don't know. But let's just get back to the good specs here. LFP batteries, 3,600 watt hours. So good capacity. And, if you need more, you can actually expand it and, you can stack these units evidently if you just kind of, shuffle them 180 degrees, I guess, have the wheels hang off the side. I guess that, I don't know. This is kind of a funny image to me. I mean, I guess this would work. I just wonder, like who thought of this idea? Let's just turn it. And I guess you could keep going with this as well. I mean, well, they do say up to 57 kilowatt hours. So I don't know how many that is. Has anybody got a calculator? It's a lot of units that you can connect here. And how about the charging specs? Yeah, from the wall. I don't know. This is weird. It's kind of covering it on this listing here, but it does say 1800 watts. So up to 1800 watts. Now there is an app with this unit, so perhaps you can customize that. You can lower it. That would be a good idea. That's kind of right at the maximum of your circuits. And then, the solar specs, they don't actually talk about this kind of by itself. They always mention it like here, with the AC combined. And they do say 2400 watts. So I guess we can do math there. It's pretty simple math. To me, it sounds like it's 600 watts. And what's interesting about this is in this image here, actually, in this image here, guess what? They don't show it right. They show it, the solar panel kind of coming in to there's actually an Anderson port on the front, but that's actually an Anderson output port for the 12 volts. I assume that's like a higher amp output, usually 20, 25, sometimes 30 amps. Now again, they don't say, but actually over here, you can see right there, there's actually it looks like an XT60 on the side of the unit where the AC input is. That's the actual solar input. So this is, this is wrong. It's on the side there. And again, that's the best. This is the best look we got at this, the solar specs here, the solar connector. It looks like an XT60. How many volts? Who knows? How many amps? Who knows? And again, we're just guessing, based on doing the math here, that this is 600 watts. Now, does this product get some kind of light on the unit? I think every power station should have a light. Yes, it does. Right on the front, it's a large panel. It is on the front though. But guess what? They do say 5, yes. 5 lighting modes, including the SOS. So I guess maybe 4 brightness modes. I do like to see, variations in brightness because you don't always want to be blinded. like if you're standing right here, you're gonna be blinded by that light. And they do say that this actually has a pretty robust build to it as well. It's supposedly not some cheap thing. Splash proof, dust proof. I don't know. Looking at the vents, it doesn't look like there's any special design to the vents to prevent, intrusion. Some of the ports are covered, some of them aren't. So to me, I don't know about that, but they do say 0.8 meter drop is what this thing will withstand. That's like, I don't know, 2.5 feet, something like that. And this is, it's a big unit. It's heavy. So I don't know. I mean, I guess if it were to survive a drop like that, that'd be pretty impressive. But the thing that is impressive is this. They're claiming, is that a meteorite? And just to talk about the design here real quick, it looks like a nice product. Actually, I do like a little bit of the orange accents. It's not too crazy. And in fact, a cool detail is the little switch gear, it actually lights up orange. There's like an orange ring that lights up around the switches, when they're on. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, hopefully this was just an interesting or helpful video for you. And yeah, thanks for watching.